I'm going to give you the number one tip to having a sticky software that has a low churn rate. Your users should not be required to drastically change their behavior in order to get the prime result out of your software. I'm going to say that again because it's kind of confusing. Your users should not have to change their behavior drastically to get a result out of your software. I'm going to give you an example. I used to own a company called Lead Carrot. Lead Carrot was a data scraper. People would log in, they would search in an industry and a location, and it would spit out a list. They would download that list, and then they could put it into their CRMs, their calling systems, and boom, they had instant data of people to call. The problem with Lead Carrot was the only way someone was getting value from Lead Carrot is when they were logging in and using the platform. When we had a CRM, the only time, and this was a part of Lead Carrot, the only time that users were getting value out of the software is when they were logging in and using the platform. So one day I said, how can we make this sticky? And so what I actually did was I built out an evergreen system that would automatically pull data for you in an industry, load it up, drip it into campaigns. And then when it was starting to get low on data, it would automatically pull in more data and keep doing it. So that way you could log out and it was hands off. Worked really, really well. It increased our stick rate, reducing our churn rate. That platform, because of the angles and the approaches we were taking, always had naturally a little bit higher of a churn rate, but it was still reduced. Now, I was always envious of companies like Zapier because Zapier, you can make a few connections and you are getting value from it all the time unless something fails. And then you just log in then. So with Consolidata, when we pulled it out, we wanted software that people don't need to log into to get value. You set a script in your website, you set up some events, you have a dashboard, you have your AI chatbot and stuff like that. It's all connections going. And then whenever you need it, you can look at the data, but it's always working for you in the background. That has reduced our churn rate significantly. So our users are not required to go change their behavior because that is an uphill battle to get a customer to say, oh, now I'm going to log in and move this deal around and drag it and do this and that. Sounds great in a sales call, but in theory, 3 months later, they're paying for something that they're not using and they cancel. So what I want you to think about is how can I build a platform so that way my users can just exist, just do business the way they do, and my platform is still going to give them immense value. If you can solve that, you will have a sticky business. Guys, if you like this video, I'm going to be putting out more short form content like this. You can just subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll see a lot more. Have a good day.